Captain Falcon. Luigi. Luigi. Survival.
Yep. What's the yeah, we're gonna Hey, Kevin, we're about to come.
3, 2, 1.
Nobody noticing my movement.
Amazing Ampharos and Junglechief jumping in to commentate these grand finals.
Hold on.
Fource took game 1, but game 2 looks like a very different story.
He's gonna switch to Diddy after he loses a game with Luigi. I can tell you that.
Yes, that's the Fource pattern is to play a Mario brother, and then if he loses a game, immediately go Diddy.
Yeah, he really likes the Mario brothers, but his Diddy is much better. It really is.
I'm kind of surprised as Luigi took game 1 off darkrain. But I didn't see the game, so
oh, I missed. I did not see that game either. I'm actually kind of surprised to hear that.
But darkrain is not going to let that happen again.
Ooh, that was a good up smash. He's been doing a decent job racking up some percents, building some nice momentum on his second stock, but he's not really sealing the deal out at all right now. Oh, I was expecting darkrain to get punished hard for that with Raptor Boost.
That's kind of the thing that I think hurts Fource a bit, because Fource is a naturally more cautious player. When he's Diddy, he can either turn small hits into big hits with the banana peel, or if you do something really punishable, F smash just nukes everything. With the Mario brothers, you have to be a bit more pressing to get those punishes.
Yeah.
Especially Luigi with his physics.
Oftentimes you'll see him just use the banana peel into F smash even when he could have just raw F smash just to guarantee those meaty hits.
And hey, more damage is more damage.
Yep. And this set, honestly, Fource isn't terribly far behind right now. He's bringing this back fairly decently. While Luigi is at kill percent, Falcon's right behind, and Falcon's really at kill percent now too with a really good read. Couple more hits and he'll be at kill percent without the need of a really good read.
I think darkrain got a little comfortable with his big lead.
Yeah, we'll see what happens here. We're in a really... Oh, there we go. Yep. I was going to say, he was in a really disadvantageous situation, and this could end very quickly, and then it did before I said anything.
Though Fource might actually almost feel encouraged by that, and he knows he has a second set, so...
And there's Falcon jiggling. So, it looks... I guess he's going to stay Luigi.
His philosophy might be he's going to try to win the set with Luigi, and if he has a bracket reset, it'll be Diddy time.
I guess. You think he's really trying to learn the Mario Brothers as mains, or do you think he just is doing it for the heck of it?
I think there's a little bit of both. Like, after Diddy's nerf, that's the first time I saw Fource really messing with Luigi. Like, he always had a pocket Mario, but not Luigi so much.
Yeah.
So I think his philosophy is he thinks Luigi might be a really strong character now, so he would like to have a legit Luigi to pull out.
It also makes a lot of sense, too. That a lot of people hate playing Dittos, and a lot of people say that Luigi's a pretty strong Diddy counter, so it certainly would avoid him from ever having to play the Ditto. But, yeah, he's really taken it to darkrain this second game.
darkrain just not getting his usual famous reads this set very much. Because Fource is mostly just sitting back and spot dodging a whole lot of darkrain's approaches.
I wonder if perhaps some of Luigi's weird physics kind of screw with his follow-ups too. Luigi's physics are most certainly abnormal. They can mess with follow-ups, but they're also nice too because they can also help make moves that would normally be unsafe safe for his opponents.
I don't think Luigi's physics are really that strange if you're hitting him. It's just when he blocks that you really get the weirdness.
He still does fly kind of unusually far, and that was beautiful. And we hear the grunts coming from, is that darkrain? I think we heard grunts coming from darkrain. The manliest of the manly, playing as Falcon. And
Oh, misfires. That's actually not
was that actually a misfire?
Yes.
I thought the misfire would have almost killed that percent.
It almost did. From across the whole stage.
Yeah. For some reason, I was thinking misfires had like Falcon Punch level power. Guess it's not quite that strong.
Not quite that strong, but pretty strong. If that had been the other way toward the edge, it definitely would have killed.
I'm noticing right now that Force is recovering really high with Luigi a lot. I
think darkrain noticed too.
Yeah, he didn't punish it too much the first several times though. I think he could be punishing it harder than he is. Like he's recovering high enough, he could probably like run up smash him almost. It almost got you a kill when you shouldn't have gotten a kill. Don't complain about it.
You know, you win the match if you get almost kills.
Well,
one thing that I had noticed, darkrain was doing it a lot in my set that I think has been a real difference maker from him. In ambiguous situations in this game, he's going to jab a lot more than he used to. Falcon's jab is, I think, really strong.
Well, it is a kill. What do you know around where it kills at?
Pretty high. It kills Luma at 0.
It has pretty high base knockback, so it puts you in a pretty horrible situation when you get hit by it.
Yeah, it does high damage, pushes you out no matter what your percent, and murders your poor Lumas.
Just look at how far that back air pushed Luigi. I honestly think, I wonder if darkrain could just follow up with like a dash up grab just because Luigi's stuck in shield stun for so long from sliding.
I don't think Luigi actually takes more shield stun, he just slides really far back.
It looks like it. Maybe it's just, could he be dropping his shield and maybe attacking while he's sliding back out of that?
You can do that. It's really awkward when you do. But
Much
Luigi's
like
pretty
Luigi.
awkward. Everywhere he goes, a slightly awkward presence is felt.
Up air, more up air. Luigi's physics do make it really difficult for him to be juggled.
He's just a floaty
He is.
with the fastest set of aerials in the game.
Yeah. Well, and he hit. But, you know, not being able to be juggled is pretty important against Falcon because against a lot of the casts, he can get those double up airs pretty easily.
One thing I haven't seen darkrain really go for much that I think he'd really catch people if he did. When he goes for those up air juggles and people, you know, are double jumping out of it, if he just went for the up B, I think he could catch.
Possibly. Oh. And Force just sits there and charges up smash until darkrain walks into it. It's, even really good players will sometimes fall for that. It's sometimes just worth going for. It's like, you get a bad smash, just sit there and keep charging it and just see what the other player does. They might just give you a gift.
Sometimes, but you have to be smart about it. They might also position themselves for a heavier punish, and whiffing the smash would let them get otherwise. It's stage position dependent.
Yeah.
darkrain had a pretty good lead in this set, or this game, but now this could really go any way.
Oh,
well, never. And it went that way.
The fist of the gods. The fist of the gods.
I
think
Falcon,
the F-Zero gods.
Well, so fittingly in the first set of Grand Finals, Luigi did the second best of the characters used. Is Force really going to stay Luigi through the bracket reset?
Well, what, he's won one with Luigi? All these have been pretty close.
I feel like Force could easily regret this.
Maybe he's waiting to lose in the bracket reset before he decides to switch. I mean, he knows...
What if he doesn't plan to switch?
That That sounds like it would be very detrimental to his tournament chances to me. He's already proven he can beat Dark, and honestly, like, his matches with darkrain seemed pretty convincing to me earlier when he was playing as Diddy. Like darkrain was playing well against him, but it seemed like Force had the read on him with Diddy.
darkrain is a very adaptable player, though. I would never ride him out against anyone, which is... I mean, so far, Force is doing pretty well this game, but if he loses this game, he's got to feel a little bit of pressure.
Though he's putting in pretty good work right now, so we'll see if he's able to land a killing blow here soon. Is this... Yeah. Falcon Scream. Those legs go a little too high. And, oh, yep.
Oh.
I was like, I was like, that should have been a big punish, but Falcon weak spot.
That was almost the biggest of punishes.
I didn't see reverse Falcon punch. Did you?
Well, if darkrain hits with that, that would be pretty awesome, but I would not count on that.
Well, it would be the biggest of punishes. Oh. And a smart use of the up B. You don't see a ton of players do that. You will see good players often throw out what seem like incredibly random, powerful up Bs near the ledge, but you know, just falling back to that ledge can be so safe. At least you know, the first time you drop onto it after doing that.
Yeah, and there's a lot of ways to punish someone who's going for that, but in the position they were in, darkrain just didn't have time.
Yeah. I can tell you what I would have done.
He teched that?
Yes, he did. He techs those pretty well. He teched one of those in my match against him.
The one thing I noticed, Force is adapting his style in a couple ways to start pulling ahead. He's playing far more aggressively with Luigi than we're usually accustomed to seeing from this player.
Ooh! Best death cry. Well, second only to Fox and Bowser. So third. Third only.
Charizard's is pretty good.
Charizard's is pretty good. They need to give him his melee one. I feel like was a bit more pronounced.
Charizard didn't have a melee one.
I'm talking about.
Why are you talking about Charizard and melee?
I'm talking about the man.
You know he was a Pokeball Pokemon.
I'm talking about the man with the giant protruding nipples in his shirt.
Charizard doesn't have nipples.
Not right now, he doesn't.
Captain Charizard.
They need to give Falcon all of his melee dialogue back so all of his oohs are more pronounced. That's all I'm saying.
They need to give Luma a voice so my character can be really loud.
You'll never outdo MVC2 Storm.
They could totally give Luma MVC2 Storm's dialogue. Every time I shoot a star bit, it just goes, oh.
You still wouldn't match it. Was that a misfire? Because that went really far.
I don't think so. I think he just charged it all the way.
Does Luigi lose any options when he does his down B to recover?
He can only do one rising down B.
But all of his other options are still available, including
Yes.
double jump and everything else?
Yes.
Okay.
There is no downside to down being other than that your next down B won't rise.
Gotcha.
Luigi's down B is really good in this game.
I noticed he was flying way up there.
Not just as a recovery, he can use it a lot in juggle chase situations, which Force hasn't really shown us yet, but he might just be holding it for the right moment.
Yeah, and one thing that I've learned from experience is that he can also use it. He can use it in neutral if he sees you approaching with a move or something like that. He can use it just in neutral to beat anything that you do. It has incredible priority. Though Falcon's priority is pretty amazing, so. And his limbs are very long. I would say Luigi's main advantage in this match, I would think, would almost be just how safe his moves are compared to Falcon's. But you can't do
the
that.
safety's definitely a big thing, but I think Luigi also gets a lot of mileage here just out of the raw speed differential. If they're close to each other and it's an ambiguous situation, if they're grounded, Falcon can jab, but in the air, he has nothing that's going to beat like Luigi Nair.
How fast does Falcon's Nair start up?
It's like 7 or 8. It's not like bad, but it's not like Luigi's.
How fast is Luigi's?
I don't even know. I know it's really freaking fast. And you die when Luigi hits you with his. But here comes this Diddy Kong we've been long anticipating.
Let's just hope it's not too late.
I don't know. It's okay with me if it's too late. The one advantage Force does have for holding the Diddy so long is that he's had a lot of time now to adjust to Darkrain's Falcon, but Darkrain has to just start reading this Diddy.
Though I'm sure they've meeting plenty of times before in tournaments, so I somehow doubt he has too much new to get used to. They've probably played each other far more than you or I have played them.
I don't think that's actually true.
Really? I mean, they're basically the same region.
So are we.
Well, of the city. Oh. Was Diddy in
Darkrain is just holding the banana and going for special moves. He's like...
You know, why didn't I think of that? I could have hammer spin dashed all day while holding the banana. That's my I think that's my new strategy versus this Diddy.
This Darkrain strategy is
I want to see a show me your moves right now. Do you want to see Falcon a Falcon taunt?
I want to see him pull out a banana and eat it.
Oh, well, that's
so
one
Force
way to get the banana peel out of his hands.
Force was happy to get a kill, happier to get his banana peel back.
You know, the way he was playing, the only thing that would have made that better is if he had Falcon punched while holding the banana.
That is one of the 4 moves he can do. And there, the banana actually kept Falcon kick safe. I wonder if Darkrain knew that, or if he was just testing the waters.
Oh, he's got the banana peel again. Are we going to see Falcon banana go? Oh.
He just threw it upward to max. He doesn't want to be limited by holding it, but he wanted to maximize the time until Force got it back. Throwing it upward off stage is how you would accomplish that. But things are looking pretty grim for Darkrain here. Force is just controlling the stage, and this is much more like the Force we know. He just doesn't want to give Darkrain any opportunities.
Or bananas.
I don't know if Darkrain actually wants the banana at this point.
Does Falcon have something against bananas? Does he not enjoy potassium?
But
I would think that Falcon would like vitamin K, you know. Falcon kick.
No. And you know what? He's gonna punch. He's gonna Falcon punch.
So, the main dynamic here that I think is really working against Darkrain is he doesn't seem quite sure how to approach Diddy with banana in hand.
I think Falcon kick was working pretty well for him.
I mean, Falcon kick can work, but Force just has to block. They both know that.
Yeah. The way that Force plays neutral, though, I think holding on to the banana peel is not a bad idea, at least for a little bit, just to force him out of his comfort zone a little bit. To force Force out of his comfort zone.
Yeah, for sure. But I do feel like Darkrain has kind of a bit of a matchup disadvantage in terms of Force's play style because the way Force plays is very patient neutral. I feel like projectiles are of especially high value here, but of course, with Falcon, you're not going to see that.
Yep. But he has the mobility.
Oh, Falcon has the tools to win, but he has to earn it the hard way.
That late back hit.
Twice, Force has gotten away with, honestly, pretty risky up Bs.
Well, sometimes you just got to go for it.
Well, I mean, you always have to go for it when you're recovering. I'm just surprised darkrain didn't chase.
You must recover, right? Sakurai told us this.
I've never had the thought. It seems like it might be risky to recover. I think I'll just not.
Well, it might be risky to recover is often a true statement. Sometimes you do see people SD when they feel like they're in impossible recovery situations. Just be like, let's just make the match quick. I've never been one to do that, though.
Sometimes it's actually right, Testy, if you can't recover because your opponent might be committed to something and you can respawn and get a good position.
Yeah.
Those situations are very rare in 4, though, as most recoveries are very large. And Force taking the first stock, he wants to make it clear that, or no, darkrain rather. Darkrain wants to make it clear that we need to go to Game 5 and bracket resets as often as possible here at the Basement Dwellers. I actually wonder, do you think darkrain's saving it? When Force is down there charging the up B, I feel like eventually darkrain's just going to walk right off and down air him.
Possibly. Maybe he doesn't... Maybe he's not quite as familiar with just how punishable Diddy's recovery is, though, I mean, there's Diddy's everywhere, so I would
darkrain's usually very bold about going off stage, so it's interesting that he's not against Force.
Oh, well, he was pretty bold about going off stage and back airing right there.
That wasn't all that bold. That was just
I know.
Good.
Falcon, that back air is so fast on Falcon, it just kind of stuffs any sort of high recovery option.
It's not really that fast, actually, but it is really high priority, and it hits really hard for its speed tier.
You
know, it's like a mid-speed move that hits like a low-speed move.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's like 14.
I think that's the same as Sonic's back air.
Yeah, Sonic's back air is not that quick.
No.
But it's good.
It's very good. I don't think it persists quite as well as Falcon's does, but it's close.
All the Falcon-style back airs, like Palutena and Ganon have them too, are really good back airs.
Well, could we call Sonic's like that, even though it's with his foot?
Not really. It's the, you know, that back fist that just kind of sticks out there and hits really hard.
Yeah.
Does anyone have it other than Falcon, and Palutena, and Ganon?
I don't know. Let's... darkrain's being pretty commanding right here. Ooh, that was...
Man,
I was surprised I didn't see the stage spike, but those are some interesting physics.
Right now, this commentator's regretting he didn't place a side bet on this match, but Force very much can still win this. The match is still young, and we've seen long stretches in this set where Force just takes control of the neutral. Right now, I feel like he's looking to maximize the damage before, well, that first stock goes. And with stock 2, he's going to look to lock things down and slow them down. But you know one thing I actually really like about Force's gameplay I don't see other Diddies do?
The peanut?
Yeah, like most Diddies just don't use the peanut pop gun, but...
It seems like a really, like, it doesn't do much as a projectile, but it's really safe, so it's like, why not neutral?
I don't feel like it's a good projectile, but it's
safe.
It's certainly better than the nothing most Diddies get out of it, because, yeah, it's safe, it can be used as a feint, and...
Yeah, it can certainly be used to bait. The way you can cancel the startup of it just with shield so easily, it's like you can use it to just bait people to attack. Like I fell for it a few times. I see somebody spamming a projectile, I want to homing attack the startup of the projectile when I see it. That doesn't work against Diddy.
Oh, a tragic death for darkrain that
That was really pretty good timing on that rocket barrel. It looks like Force was looking for that pretty hard, actually, when he landed that.
So all these times when darkrain hasn't chased out there, Force was just waiting for it, knowing it was coming eventually.
Oh.
That's actually a pretty smart thing, too, because, you know, a lot of players, if they don't see something for a while, they'll stop worrying about it. And you can condition people that way. But a more disciplined player, and Force is certainly disciplined, will keep respecting the option.
Yeah. Can't get too respectful, though, or else then you won't ever hit buttons.
Well, yeah.
And at some point, you need to actually kill your opponent.
But just because your opponent didn't use an option for a long series doesn't mean they've lost it.
Oh, I was expecting something more than a nothing there. Oh,
A very good peanut there. Actually, pretty much just gave Force total control of the stage.
Diddy just said, "You're gonna love my nuts."
I feel like Force has taken control of the stage. Like, darkrain's getting reads once in a while, but Force has just locked the match down.
And they're both really at kill percent. I mean, even with Diddy's nerfed kills, I mean, F smashes. It's still.
It takes one banana peel trip to cause it.
Oh,
that was the game. He could have F smashed.
That was a very bad up smash. Oh, that's
he was expecting the ledge roll. That would have won the game if he'd gotten it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just do that. You go all in on a read. If you're right, you win. If you're wrong, you lose.
I feel like he could have gone for a safer read that still would have been a kill, though. Just like a back
down
air
smash,
or
I think, would have been,
down air would have been good, too. Just a down air, you'd expecting him to roll at that angle and just popped him up. I mean, that might...
I think down smash was best, because if he'd done the roll, you still would have caught and probably killed, and if he hadn't, down smash is safe enough on block that you're not going to get killed for it.
Yeah, he would have gotten, like, dash attacked, or he probably would have gotten grabbed, and then...
I tried to grab his down smashes a lot with Rosalina. I wasn't fast enough. Diddy might be able to do it, because he's faster.
I would think, and Diddy has those Dalsum limbs.
Yeah.